Morning guys, welcome back to Astral Diaries. Ding ding ding. Semi experience rolled in, so let's do a video about it. Just a quick channel mentions updates. I guess this is a big deal, just hit the 1,000 subscription mark, thanks to you guys. I want to do a separate video about that, but I just want to mention that in the beginning of this one. That actually, it's a great accomplishment, obviously, but for the channels itself, if you think about like monetization, which was never the goal of this channel, yeah, it's a milestone, but the channel still needs like 2,000 hours of viewership in order to, I guess, give any type of return. Again, that was never the intention of this channel. I'll make a separate video about all that. But let's kind of jump into this experience. Let's get away from this bus, making too much noises. Also, I've done a couple other videos before this, mainly reviewing a couple books. Long story short, I'm not sure what got into me. I was at my old room at the house that I used to live in for Thanksgiving. I did a short video about it. Between that and getting like a better lighting in my room, that was intentional. I'm trying to kind of get back to reading, pick up some books, read some books, because it was due to bad lighting. I really couldn't, and I was kind of putting it off. We got phones in our hands 24/7 nowadays. I kind of forget to go back to read some books, including the book by Buhlman about Astral Projection and some other books. And that led me into dig up some older books that I did videos about, mainly on like ritual magic and stuff like that. I did 2 full videos about it. You guys can watch it. I can put it in the description. But this experience, guys, is more of a learning experience. That's why I want to do a video about it. In the past, I mentioned to you guys that when you find yourself in a vibration separation state, do whatever it takes to roll out and get up, even if it means to drag yourself out of the bed. Do that. At least hit the floor, get out of the room, whatever, at all costs, because you could very well be in some type of experience, and if you don't do that, it could cost you an experience. Then you have to wait days, weeks, months to have another one. So, and I've done my share of that in the past couple of videos, where I've had like some sticky exits, and it has led to successful exits, some partial. But what happened this morning, guys, it was a little bit different, which is why I want to do this video. Again, a learning experience for all of us. By the way, Astral Diaries is channel dedicated to these. If you're new, dedicated to Astral Projection OBE experiences and lessons as I go through this journey and share it with you guys, so hopefully you guys can learn from it too. So what happened, guys, was I woke up early, around 5-6 o'clock. Had breakfast, kind of no intention of going back to bed, but I'm like, you know what, I had breakfast, brushed and flossed, because I forgot to mention it in the previous video. I want to say around 5 o'clock, around 6:30, I'm like, you know what, let me hit the bed with the intention of having an experience. I think I'm getting closer to a leaf blower. Let's go this way. So I did that. So I had the intention to have an experience. And what happened, guys, is some other things happened at night too, which I'm not gonna ramble on. It's just gonna make the video longer. But as far as this experience, guys, what happened was I found myself in my room around the time that I went to bed. Guys, it was like this. It was bright. Where I live right now, the past 3 weeks, the weather's been like this. Normally we have sun, but it's been like this almost every day, getting kind of frustrating. So it was as bright as what you're looking at when I was in my room. I like to have the windows open, just that natural light. So I had one of the windows open. The room was lit up just like this. And I found myself in an experience. So I'm like in my room. I'm looking out the window. I opened the window, let some air in, and then all of a sudden just a little too much air came in. So there's a reason I'm telling you guys this. a little more than normal, like for what the, like right now if you look guys, does it look windy? No, right? So it was like this. I opened the window, a little too much air came in, and then downstairs I saw this girl that I recently became Facebook friends with. She lives in a different country. We're kind of like liking each other's comments, sent a request, she accepted, we exchanged a few messages. She's literally kind of sitting on one of my cars as I look. The reason I'm telling you guys this is all these kind of led me to believe that maybe I'm in an experience. And then next thing I know, I'm kind of laying in bed, and my room, guys, what I see in front of me, like the TV and what I have in my walls, I have like a couple kites in my wall. Everything looks exactly how it should. But I become suspicious. I'm like, okay, this is I'm probably in an experience. And the cool thing, guys, is that normally, if you're into astral projection OBEs, most of the experiences are at night. So the room, everything's dark, you know, and then things become light, you know, as you get out of the house, get out of the room, things change. But I'm in my bed and it's as bright as this, and I'm really excited. I'm like, oh, okay, this is something. My lesson, guys, for you guys is whenever you find yourself in an experience, don't just make the most out of it and then analyze it later, like I'm doing right now. So I find myself, the reason I'm telling you guys, before I forget, guys, there's no vibration separation status. So this is more towards, I want to lean towards lucid dreaming on this one. So there's no separation, vibrations, none of that. I just became aware. But I was stuck, guys. I was literally on my back. I was up enough to see. It's almost like sitting up in my bed, right? I was stuck. I could literally see the door in my room. I can see the wall. I so badly want to just run out of the room or fly out, but I was just stuck. And I told you guys in previous videos, no matter what it takes, guys, do whatever it takes. Pull, shove yourself, drag yourself, whatever you got to do. Get out of bed, get out of the room. So that's what I did, guys. I mean, I couldn't go to the left, I couldn't go to the right. I got to the point, I try to roll so hard that right now, guys, I'm holding a phone with one hand, but I basically, my hands were like this, you know, as I rolled and I moved the comforter, I basically snapped out of it and woke up. So I basically, whatever this was, which was probably a lucid dream. So here I am in my bedroom, wide awake. The front, everything looks exactly like I was seeing. Some of the details are a little bit different. For example, I have some kites in my wall. They were different designs. Designs I've had in the past. So when I looked immediately, the one kite that I saw here was like a different one. So guys, the lesson, the reason I want to make this video is that I try to make the most out of this. Like I've been saying to you guys in this channel, is I rolled. I try to drag myself out of bed so I can at least have an exit, experience whatever this was, and then go back, analyze it. Because, you know, these experiences, as rare as it is, now some people I know rule even this as an out-of-body. For me personally, I've said it over and over in my channel, I like to separate. I want to have something to help me separate the two. So if there's no vibration, sensation, separation, I just rule as lucid. So this was more than a lucid dream, but at least I was aware enough to just drag myself out, get out, go as far as I can, experience it, and then later on analyze it like I'm doing right now. So that's pretty much it, guys. Just a quick lesson. Guys, I was so excited to get out and make it out of my room because, like I said, a lot of these experiences are in the dark. It would be so refreshing to be in my house when it's light up like this and walk around, move around, look at the details. In fact, the last video I did, I think I titled My Cleanest Exit. That was also, it was not in the dark. It was like early morning. So I kind of got a taste of it a couple of weeks ago. I did a video about it. To wrap up, guys, so yeah, I may still do a separate video about the channel's milestone. If you want to help the channel, guys, the best way for free is to like, share, and also go back, watch older videos based on the thumbnail and the description, whatever piques your interest. Also, if you're watching it on some type of streaming device, I have the channels where the videos where you can go watch from the most popular to least. I know I like doing that personally on some channels. Also from oldest to newest. There are a couple playlists. Not all playlists are my videos. For example, the verified Astral Projection OBEs one, which has Darius J. Wright on very top one. Those are not my videos. And then I have another playlist of like, I think it says best personal astral projections, which are not my video. Obviously, when you watch those, what I'm trying to say is will not help my channel directly, but almost the rest of them will help. So if you want to like take the approach of, you know, watching a playlist, for example. That's it, guys. Like, share, subscribe if you want to support the channel financially. You may do so through Buy Me Coffee. See you guys on the next one.